Hello and welcome. Today I want to give you a quick update on my experience with the Insta360 Mic Air. Some good, some not so good. A couple of weeks ago I posted my first impressions review of the new Insta360 Mic Air, and frankly, although the audio quality turned out to be pretty decent when it came to the range and stability test, the mic Air to the X5, as you can hear, it really didn't do too well. A few days later, I posted this video in which I used the Mic Air as part of a comparison test, and in those same tests it actually performed a lot better. How is the audio quality for microphone C at this distance? Let's also do our And interestingly, nothing had changed on the configuration, and also the firmware of both the camera and the microphone were identical. So I decided to do some follow-up testing on the Mic Air, and unfortunately that's when I ran into my next problem. When I powered up my Mic Air, I got the flashing amber light indicating that the battery level is low, and no matter what I tried, I was unable to charge up my Mic Air. Now, one thing I neglected to mention during my first impressions review, the charging lamp on my Mic Air never actually came on. So honestly, I don't know if it's ever been charging, or whether I've just finally run out of the charge that they put in it in the factory. What I can tell you, however, is that from time to time when I placed it on the charger or removed it on the charger, it had a tendency to power itself on, so it clearly recognized being on the charger. Now, I have reached out to Insta360 in order to try to get a replacement, but I have to say so far the response has been pretty disappointing. First of all, they asked me to send them a video showing them what the problem is. And of course, they have asked me if I dropped it or submersed it in water. So I'm thinking maybe those underwater audio tests that I did maybe weren't such a good idea. Just kidding, Insta360. So for now, I guess I'm stuck and I will not be able to do any further testing on the Mic Air until Insta360 decide whether or not to send me a replacement. Now, I really don't want to bash Insta360 too much. I think maybe they were a little bit too fast releasing the Mic Air. I did get one of the first ones, and as I'm sure you've noticed, there have been some availabilities since then, so perhaps they realized that it wasn't quite ready for release. In any event, if and when I get a replacement for my Mic Air, I will be testing it out and I will be sure to publish more updates, so stay tuned for those. So that wraps it up for another video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please remember to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for a lot more similar content. If you have any questions, any comments, if you want to share your experience or make suggestions for future videos, please drop those into the comments section. Otherwise, thanks again for watching.